Section 4. Intentional one-to-one conversations. People who return from short-term mission trips or mission partnership encounters very often say that the most significant part of the experience was engaging with the people that they met. Ministry is about people, and people are about their feelings, the situation that they find themselves in, the issues that matter to them, and the relationships that connect them to each other. Edward T. Chalmers. Casual sharing and getting to know one another is a vital part of building relationships in mission. Mission in the third wave, by definition, is limited to fairly brief encounters. Therefore, it is also important to be intentional about the time for connecting with one another, so as to take advantage of precious time available on the mission experience and deepen our connection and understanding of the other. To spend all of our time in small talk is to waste an opportunity for that which we deeply desire. In the third wave of mission, we want to intentionally create a space in which we share stories with one another that open the window into the joys, the struggles or sadnesses, and the hopes and passions of the other person. Through intentional one-on-one conversations, there is an opportunity to go deeper into a person's heart. In an atmosphere of trust, it may be okay to ask and answer questions of, why do you say that? Why do you do it that way? Why is that important to you? Have you or the community ever tried to do something about that? In intentional conversations, both people have an opportunity to pause and reflect on their personal experience regarding the world as it is and the world as it should be. This exercise of intentional conversations needs to be talked about and set up ahead of time in mutual agreement, so that people know that this is an intentional process to get to know one another well and respectfully in a relatively short period of time. Be sure that you are aware of any cultural difference that might affect the encounter. As always, active listening must be employed. An atmosphere of joy, trust, and safety must be established and maintained. This is created through respect, affirmation, and active listening. Mutuality in the relationship is also a top priority. That is, responses from both sides to the question are equally shared and valued. People need to be totally respected for where they are at and not be judged. Suggestions for how to fix one person's struggle are not acceptable in this process. This is a sacred space of being heard and validated, not one of solving or fixing. We can ask questions of each other, such as, how long have you been a part of your community? How long have you been a member of your parish? Do you participate in any ministries? Which ones? What are 3 things that you are proud of or you like in your community? How has the community changed? Or, if you came from somewhere else, how is it different in this community from the one you came from? How do you feel about that change? Could you share a little bit about your faith? For example, who are God, Jesus, and Mary for you? Who, for you, is the most important saint or faith hero? Where and how do you understand God to be at work in your life and your community? What are things that bring you the most happiness in your life or in your community? What are the things that concern you the most in your community, region, or country? What are some of your hopes and dreams for your community? Have you or others ever tried to address any of the concerns or implement hopes and dreams? If yes, what happened? Do you know others who share your hopes and dreams? By sharing these intentional conversations, we can quickly learn much more deeply about one another. Common concerns of a community can be identified and validated. Past actions can be appreciated. Eventually, concerns illuminated in this exercise may be appropriately addressed in a way that invites all in the community to participate and that draws upon the local talents and capacities. While time for specifically intentional one-to-one conversation can be established within the mission trip agenda, Obviously, these kinds of deeper questions can be asked during casual conversations and encounters during the mission experience as well.